one of our TikToks, and it was speaking of the rule that we have, the no inside thoughts rule.
The no inside thoughts rule.
Yes.
I think that's the only rule we've talked about so far. We have several rules, but that's one of them.
But the response to it was, if speaking up about feelings is what pleases the top/dom, it makes the bottom/sub feel like they are following instructions. You guys rock. It's not just that, it also provides security for you to, especially after it's been proven.
So I think there wasn't a question here, but I'm going to answer the question that wasn't asked, is like, why does this serve me, right? Because like that's what why does it serve us? So like that's what all sort of, in my opinion, power exchange relationships should be focused on, is things that serve at least one person in the relationship, the other person, or preferably both people, but like doesn't have to serve. Doesn't have to serve both.
Yeah.
I think that's a common misconception.
Yeah.
But for me, it sets me up for success in the sense that I am able and required to be authentic and open and honest with you, even when it's difficult. Yes. Even like I am allowed inside thoughts in the capacity of like, I have not processed this enough and I need to like work on it before I can talk about it, but I still have to communicate that. I can't just like sit there and stew.
Yeah.
Right? Because I am someone that will spiral.
You will spiral the hell out.
And my like little brain weasels, I have really bad anxious attachment, and like they are really, really like the worst kind of people, and they will find ways to solidify every single lie that my brain is telling me.
Yeah.
They will tell me he doesn't care about you, he has no value, you are replaceable to him, like all of these sort of like very big lies that I feel like, you know, all of our brains tell ourselves. My brain is really great at picking up on pattern recognition, and so it will specifically look for the things to be like, yep, we're solidified in that. That's the fact now. So I have to voice the opinions of, hey, I'm feeling really not valued right now. It's like I'm feeling triggered about something, like you didn't really do anything necessarily, like nothing you did was wrong, but like I have something that I need to think through and work through before I can bring it to you.
Yeah.
But then I have to bring it to you.
Yes.
Once I've worked through it.
And that's some, at least at the beginning, that was like the hardest part, right? We had to set it up in stages to where that you got comfortable with that. Me being military, it was very easy for me because I come from that structured background of bottom line up front, or in other words, bluff, of here's the problem, here's what you did, here's how you screwed it up, this is how we fix it, and it's done, right?
Like, yeah, that would be great if that's how conversations actually worked.
But that's how they work in the military. And so whenever you are in it, and it continues on, like, that's also the same thing in the MC culture, too, because that's where it came from.
No, I understand
the aspect of it being is that once it has been addressed, it is done unless it continues.
Yes, again, pattern recognition.
Yeah, it's a pattern recognition. So, like, that's how I address issues with you, right? And I told you I wanted you to do that as well, but you were very open and honest that you could not do that. And so we set it up to where that I continued to do that, and then we had the monthly airing of grievances.
Yes.
Where you would come with bullet points and I'd be like,
and
no,
receipts.
We're good. Yeah, we're good.
I would be like, excuse me, on this date at this time, this is the text message that you sent, and that is the thing that I am upset about.
Yes, exactly.
And you're like, you've been upset about that for like 2 weeks? And like, yes.
I don't even remember what we were talking about.
You're like, I don't even remember what we were talking about. I'm like, I do. It's right here.
I'm not mad about it at all. Like, it was all fine. But once I modeled that behavior for you, it made it a lot more
probably, I would say
3 to 6.
Yeah, I would say it took about 3 months for me to start recognizing what was happening. And it took me about 6 months to like accept what was happening.
Yeah,
because I thought that you were just lying.
I distinctly remember one of them. It was pretty much every single one where you'd be going through your list and be like, "Do you have anything?" I'm like, "No, I'm good."
He still never has anything. Like, I still come to him and like he's very much.
Yeah,
I'm upset about it.
Things.
Huh?
Sometimes you approach things in a.
No, it's not that. It's like I'm very much someone that like if I feel like that something is a pattern or something could become a pattern or something really, really bothers me enough, because like I am someone that for the most part I recognize that there's like no perfect partner.
Yeah.
Right. I recognize that there are a lot of things that you do that irritate the shit out of me.
Yes.
And I do a lot of things that irritate the shit out of you.
Yes. Where's your phone?
However,
Where's your phone?
right here.
Okay, good.
I just had it. I had to look up the fake questions.
Okay. But that's like one of the things.
Yes. But,
Where's your watch?
Oh, that I haven't seen in months.
Uh-huh.
About 7.
Are your AirPods actually in the AirPod case?
They are
Good. Where's your AirPod case?
on the charger.
Okay.
I just put it there. So if it's moved, it wasn't me. Because I took a bath. Anyways,
But those are the things that drive me nuts.
yes.
Just as an example.
Yes. But I don't, like, it drives me nuts that you leave, like, Pepsi cans everywhere, right? But that is not, like, a relationship-ending situation. It is something that is going to
Annoyance.
irritate me and annoy me.
Forever.
But I don't really address it, right? I don't like get upset at you and like I'll make funny jokes like that you're my little trash panda and you live in your little trash hole because you've got like and I'm like picking up cans and I'm like, okay, I can see these are empty because they're plastic, but like this one I can't
can.
see if it's empty. Are you still drinking this? And you're like, no, that's from yesterday. And it's just like, then why is it on this desk?
And it's empty too.
And it's empty. But I can't see it. So anyways, I go after him and I pick up his little trash pile.
I've gotten really good about not having it in anywhere else in the house but my office.
And the side table by the couch.
No, I've kept that pretty clean.
Since we've gotten the tray, yes.
I've kept
And
it
also
pretty
the
good.
side table by the bed. You
Even
tend to
there,
leave all
I
of the
have like
things
2
there.
or 3, but I don't like stack them like I used to.
No. I thought that I was going to build like a house of cards. So I actually made a joke to myself in the beginning of our relationship. You were like at work or something and I was at your house. I think it was a weekend. And I was at your house and I literally started like stacking. I started
Were you
building a
wizard
house.
staffing?
No, I was building a house of cards.
Out of cans.
Out of cans. Because, you know, the funny joke is like that relationships are just a house of cards waiting to come down.
Yeah.
Right? And so I literally built a stack of cans and then I pushed it over and I was like, no, this is not irritating enough to end our relationship over.
Yeah. Hey, whatever worked.
And then I decided I wasn't going to address it anymore.
Yeah.
I was just going to pick it up.
You do address it occasionally, but it's not. It's like, hey, will you help me? Or
Yeah,
it's
it's
just the
like I don't-
exasperated side.
Yeah, it's like a...
Which is the same thing that I do about your phone. Like,
Exactly.
To this point, it's just gotten to an exasperated side.
Exactly. So at this point in our relationship, really the only things that I bring up are like, hey, if this is a pattern that continues, this is the thing that will end our relationship.
Yeah.
Because that to me is worth addressing.
Absolutely.
Right? Like your
Or at
cans, while
least-
irritating, are not things that are worth addressing.
Or at least like if it's a minor inconvenience type situation, but you're like, I'm not sure why the hell they're doing this all of a sudden type situation. I do the same thing with you. Whenever some new pattern starts, like generally we let it go for a little bit, and then we're like, okay, what's up?
Yeah.
Why? I need to understand the why here. Like your most recent was, you are absolutely gorgeous, and I love you to pieces. And I have never been you need to do makeup or anything like that. For over 3 years, you have not done any of that.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, body powders and foundations and lip stains and all sorts of stuff just starts showing up. And I'm like, what is this? Why is this happening? And I left it alone for a while.
I'm almost 30 at this point. I'm going through my quarter life crisis.
Okay,
As
that's fine.
Tris said.
It's perfectly fine, but
Or
that's
as
like,
Bird said.
But that's just an example of how how we bring up like whenever something's going on, we're like, this could be annoying.
Yeah,
Why
but
is this
this is-
happening?
Yes, but like I would say that it's different in the sense of like we bring it up and we're like, hey, are you okay? Like something
Yeah.
has changed. It's like a concern
Yes.
for you.
And wanting to understand why.
Yes, not a concern for
Our
us.
relation, correct.
Right.
Yes, yeah. We're just wanting to have more understanding.
Versus like really the only things at this point that I have like anything that I like bring up on a regular basis are things that I'm like, this is the thing. Like this is the thing that consistently makes me feel X.
Yeah.
And if this doesn't change, I don't want to feel X 20 years from now.
No, that's fair.
Right.
Yeah.
But you've given me the safety to be able to address the little things where like if I do sigh at your little trash pile, you're not going to fly off the handle at me. Whereas like other relationships that I have been in, they would hear that sigh and they would feel like I was judging the shit out of them.
Yeah.
And so therefore they would blow up at me.
Yeah.
And that was the thing. It was like I couldn't address like little itty bitty things. So I really couldn't address really, really big things.
Absolutely.
Because they would like hijack the situation. And so, yeah, it took me about, I would say 6 months for me to start believing that.
Yeah.